Enrico,
it's great to see you. We're filming today at the Max-Planck-Institut for Plasmaphysik, where scientists are trying to create a power plant that works like the sun or stars, and in the end would be indefinite. So that would really solve all the energy problems. And of course we chose this place because the piece you wrote for me is Magnetar. Now of course I'd be really curious to know, where did you get the idea for such a magnetic title?
The electric cello is an electromagnetic instrument. The kinetic energy of the strings is transformed into electromagnetic energy that can be manipulated in numerous ways before being reconverted into sound. So I decided to find the biggest possible magnet to base my work on. Reading some articles online, I learned about the existence of some rare type of pulsars that had the biggest magnetic fields in the universe, known as magnetars.
But how does your piece relate to magnetars?
After learning about the existence of magnetars, I contacted Dr. Jonathan Aarons from the University of California at Berkeley, astrophysicist who happens to play the cello, who was kind enough to share with me data from 3 different flares produced by 3 different magnetars. I used this data to construct the base material for my work.
Okay, wait. I think this is a lot of theory. I think we should try this. Let me play one of the scales that you used. That goes like this. And in the second movement, you transformed it into something that sounds like this. I originally started playing the electric cello because I felt that I was very almost restricted when I was playing the classical cello, and I needed a musical playground. And then I found this instrument, and of course at first I was going crazy with that instrument, and then more and more I found that when I was using effects and when I was looking for different sounds, this was actually very freeing for me, because I was pursuing a very rigid education and concert schedule. So in a way, coming back to this instrument was always a lot of fun for me. Let me demonstrate what my acoustic cello that I play sounds like. This is a wonderful Guarneri-Cello from 1694. And these old Italian instruments have a very unique and special sound. Let me play a few notes. So as you can see, it has sort of very much warmth and very much character. Now, when I change over to the electric cello, which is a Yamaha SVC 110, which was built in 2010. Of course, this instrument is much younger. When I play it without any effects, it sounds like this. So you hear the sound is much thinner. That is because it doesn't have any body. So what you hear is just the sound of the strings. So let's add a little bit of bass to it. Now we can go more and more crazy with the effects, of course. That doesn't really work very well. No, I think we should leave Bach now. So, but if you just play chords now with the effect that I'm using, you get a very rich and fat sound. And actually that is a sound that you would probably never get with that instrument. So in a way, for me, this instrument becomes attractive when you use effects and when you are creative with your effects and when you just play around with the possibilities. Last summer, I was playing in South America. I had a South American tour, and I decided at the end of the tour to go to Mexico to meet with Enrico and to work through the piece. And he didn't have the piece completely finished yet, but the things that he showed me gave me a very clear idea of where this concept would go. And I was very excited, of course. And what we did was he retuned his guitar. And so he took away 2 strings and then retuned the guitar to fifths, so he had a cello intonation on his guitar. And we were just jamming together. And he showed me how he created all these different textures and scales.
Johannes Moser is going to be transformed into Magnetar for the first time with a patch. That's the core of his powers, you know?
Okay.
Of his extraterrestrial powers lay on the patch. Mm-hmm. And he summons at will these powers with his electric cello.
Now it's finally happening, and I'm really, really excited that that we found these strong partners for this truly unique commission.